sometimes the weather is not all that great. Europe, for example, right now is getting slammed. I read somewhere where it's actually colder in Europe than it is at the North Pole right now. So it's,
That's
you
bad
know,
news for both those places.
it's bad news for both, yeah, and bad news for farmers in Europe if they're trying to get something pollinated if it stays that way for long. So we're at the whim of the weather, of course, and we always have been when it comes to farming. But we have a lot of fruit trees, a lot of berry trees around here, or berry bushes rather. This is a quince tree. Behind you up against the wall of the house is a peach tree. You can just see the first blooms coming out on the peach tree. And we have about 70 apple trees around here. And one of the best pollinators for fruit trees, especially in the early time of the year, is the blue orchard mason bee, Osmia lignaris. It's a little black bee that is excellent. They live in little houses like this, little mason bee houses, and they live inside of tubes, these little paper tubes inside of the house. And they are pollen foragers. They don't produce any honey, but they forage for pollen. They lay their eggs stacked up with pollen at intervals, and they will out-pollinate a beehive or a honeybee, a mellifera, about 20 to 1. So just a few of them can do a tremendous amount of pollination. Cheap, easy to run. You don't have to have a lot of experience with them, and a good project that you might want to take on at the garden at ENCS.